you are this close to wasting the most powerful years of your life. Not because you're lazy, not because you're not smart, but because you keep waiting for the right time. Let me tell you something hard to hear. There is no perfect moment, no magical sign. No one's coming to tell you, hey, now's the time to choose yourself. You're not tired because you're weak. You're tired because you're constantly pouring into everyone else while ignoring your own damn soul. And if you don't stop now, right now, you're going to wake up 5 years from today still exhausted, still questioning your worth, still wondering why you're invisible to the kind of love and life you know you deserve. To think playing it safe is smart. It's not. It's slowly killing your fire. And you feel it daunt you, that heaviness in your chest, that silent frustration when you smile and say, I'm fine, but something inside is screaming. This isn't it. This can't be all there is. It's not. But if you keep waiting, scrolling, doubting, settling, you'll miss the window. This is it. The moment everything can change. The moment you stop shrinking and start trying. But only if you stay. Because in the next few seconds, I'm going to tell you the truth that'll either set you free or haunt you if you keep ignoring it. Here's the truth nobody says out loud. Your light threatens people who are still living in darkness. And instead of owning your glow, you dim it. Every damn day you've convinced yourself that patience means silence, that love means sacrifice, that strength means pretending nothing hurts. But that's not strength. That's slow spiritual suicide. And deep down you know it. You feel it in the fatigue that coffee can't cure, in the numb scroll sessions, in that ache in your chest when the room goes quiet and you realize you don't even know what you want anymore. But here's the plot twist nobody warned you about. The power you're begging for is already inside you. You don't need to become anything. You need to unleash what's been buried. Stay with me because in the next few minutes, we're going to dig up what life tried to bury. And by the end of this, you're not just going to shine. You're going to blind the version of you that thought playing small was noble. You've been carrying weight that no one sees, smiling like you're okay, but inside it's a damn war zone. There's this quiet, invisible breaking point where you don't scream, you don't cry, you just go numb. You wake up tired. You try to care, but nothing hits like it used to. You go to work, you show up for people, you answer texts with LOL and I got you, but inside, you're worn down. Like something important is missing and you can't even name it anymore. Maybe you're in a relationship that drains you. Maybe your phone's full of messages, but your heart feels like a ghost town. Or maybe you spent so long pouring into others that there's nothing left for you. And let's be real, no one ever taught you how to rest without guilt. No one ever showed you how to say, this isn't love when love feels like sacrifice. You were taught to endure, to wait your turn, to keep the peace. And so now you suffer in silence. You smile while drowning. But let's pause right here, because this is where most people stay stuck, right at the edge of burnout, telling themselves it's just a rough patch. No, this isn't just stress. This is your soul asking, how much longer are we going to pretend this is okay? And if you keep ignoring that voice, you don't just lose time. You lose yourself. You lose the version of you that laughs without a thinking, the one who dreamed without a plan B, the one who believed in joy without earning it. But that version of you, they're not gone. They're just buried under pain, under pressure, under performance. So if you're at your breaking point, it doesn't mean you're weak. It means you've outgrown the life you were taught to survive in. And now it's time to create when you can actually live. And here's the moment everything starts to shift. Because the problem isn't that you're broken. It's that you've been performing survival in a world that never taught you how to truly lie. You've been told to hustle, to be grateful, to just stay positive. But no one taught you the power of stillness. No one told you that radiance doesn't come from doing more, it comes from being more of who you really are. Let me tell you something radical. You don't find peace by forcing yourself into perfect routines or pretending you're okay. You find peace by telling the truth, even if your voice shakes, even if the people around you don't clap. Because here's the hidden insight: most people miss your breakthrough isn't on the mountaintop. It's in the quiet decision to stop abandoning yourself. Think about that. How many times have you silenced your intuition just to keep the room calm? How many moments have you ignored your own boundaries just to be liked? But real radiance, real power comes from alignment. From the moment you say, I don't have to be who I was yesterday. I don't need permission to take up space today. I'm no longer entertaining anything that costs me my peace. That's the turning point. When you stop chasing worth and start embodying it. When you realize you're not here to be tolerated. You're here to be a light. And light doesn't ask for approval. It just shines. You are not too much. You are not too sensitive. You are finally feeling what's real. And the more real you get with yourself, the more powerful every decision becomes. So today isn't about starting over. It's about returning to your own truth, your own timing, your own radiance. And from that place, you don't just glow, you become unstoppable. So what do you do now? First, breathe. Not that shallow, distracted kind of breathing you do when your mind is racing. I mean real breath, the kind that reminds your nervous system we're safe now. Because the first act of reclaiming yourself is an action. It's permission. Give yourself permission to unplug, to cancel the plans, to walk away from conversations that leave you drained, to say this is not love and mean it even if no one claps for your bravery. You want to unleash radiance? Then stop waiting for someone to validate your worth. Own it, not with arrogance, but with sacred clarity. Here's the habit that changes everything. Choose consistency over perfection. Not the kind of consistency that burns you out, but the kind that roots you in your truth daily. That might mean journaling every morning to stay grounded, or taking 5 minutes of silence before the world starts pulling on you, or saying no when your body says not today. And this part is important. Don't confuse being busy with being aligned. Because hustle without healing is just another distraction. It's not about doing more, it's about doing what matters. So realign with what actually fuels you. Ask yourself, does this relationship reflect my self-worth? Does this goal come from love or fear? Am I building a life or just surviving one? And be okay walking alone for a while. Because solitude isn't punishment, it's sacred. It's in that quiet space where you'll hear the whispers of who you really are. Not the version they wanted. Not the version you perform online. The real you. The powerful, patient, healing, radiant soul underneath all the noise. And when you start living from that place, your energy shifts. Your boundaries sharpen. And the world begins to treat you the way you treat you. Because radiance isn't something you chase. It's something you unleash once you stop hiding. There's a moment in every journey where the world starts to notice. Not because you shouted louder, not because you became someone new, but because you finally stopped apologizing for who you've always been. That's what radiance is. And not perfection, just truth owned, lived, and protected. So if you felt unseen, overlooked, or underestimated, that ends today. Because now you see you. And nothing in this life becomes magnetic until you become aligned. But here's the thing most people miss after a breakthrough. They fall back into old patterns because they haven't learned how to hold their power. They glow for a moment, then dim again for comfort. So before you go, there's something you have to hear next. Because in your evolution, especially if you identify as a woman, Your feminine energy, your quiet confidence, your emotional clarity, your unshakable self-worth is everything. And the next video is the piece you didn't know you needed. It's called Magnetic Feminine Energy Men Can't Resist. It's not about being light. It's about being remembered. It's about learning the kind of energy that doesn't chase, doesn't beg, doesn't settle. It attracts effortlessly. If you're ready to stop trying to be enough and start embodying the high-value presence that draws respect, love, and devotion, then you can't miss what's coming. This isn't just motivation. This is your mirror. This is your permission. This is your moment. Subscribe and like if this spoke to your spirit. You're not here by accident. You're on the edge of a transformation. Wisdom Recorder, your knowledge source.